Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So let's create a website using pure HTML as well as CSS. So without using any other components like Bootstrap. So let's create a front-end design by using you can see we have created a e-commerce site over here. So where we have the particular navbar section, and you can see the background image over here, and the buttons is in this particular fashion, the hovering part, and you can see our services pages over here. So you can see the transform the animations has been applied for the services. You can see how to get images at the center, all these things, CSS properties, and you can see the animation part for our products. I am displaying the products inside my product section. So we have used the pure CSS properties for the transformation and the keyframes properties of the CSS, and you can see the forms over here. So we can see the form as well as a button for the submit. So you can see the background images how to apply over here, and the particular footer section. So the main part here is if I just right click and inspect this particular website, so you can see it is coming inside the like it is the media queries has been applied. So even inside my mobile view it looks something like this, and it is very responsive one. And you can see all the product section is been reduced, and you can see the contact section. So all this coming even this proper inside over here. If I just open inside in this particular section, so you can see it will look in something like this inside that particular mobile view. So as we have seen how the CSS property can be applied in this particular video. So let's play the intro and move on to the coding part.
Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you.
Okay, let's start with the session. I'll just create a new folder inside my PC. I'll just go inside my E drive. So I'll just click onto the full stack. So here I'll just create a new folder. So I'll just make this particular folder as. So I'll just make it as a project 2. So this is a project 2, and you can see here I have some of the images which I have downloaded from the unsourcesplash.com. So I can download such kind of images. You can download one logo, and you can just get some of the images from the sites, from the website. So whichever you like based on the e-commerce product. So I'll just copy this particular images of things. So I'll just go here, and this particular images I'll just cut, and I'll just paste it inside this particular project folder. And here I'll just I will just open this particular folder inside my Visual Studio Code. I'll just tell open with the code over here. So you can see this particular folder is getting open inside my Visual Studio Code. So here what I'll do here is I'll just create one index.html file. I'll just create index.html file. I'll just give it in small letters, index.html. So once the index.html file is get created, so I'll just click on to the Django template is been taken as a default. I'll just select it as a HTML. So once the HTML is selected, so here I can just start writing my code. I'll just copy the boiler template. So here I'll just give the title name as e-commerce application. So let's say here as a e-commerce application over here. So once it is done, so let's do one thing. So first create a navbar. So let's create a navbar. So inside the navbar we'll add some of the components, and basically the navbar will be containing of two things. That is, there will be having a logo here, and we'll be adding some of the link tags. So what I'll do here is I'll just create a navbar. So with the ID, I'll just create a navbar over here. So once the navbar is created, I'll just I need to put a logo there. So I'll just tell div hash logo. So I need to create a logo section over here. So where the logo will get image. So here I need to put a image. First I need to have an image of a src. So here the particular image I need to set it. So basically I'll just get the images from here. So there will be a erk1.png. So this I need to use this as a logo now. So what I'll do here is I'll just use this particular image as a logo. So I'll say just go back this particular folder, or I'll just go to the images folder, and there is erk1.png image. Just load that particular image at this particular place. So I'll just create this particular logo over here. So once it is completed, so I'll just create a UL section now. So I'll just create a UL section. So that is an unordered list. Inside this one I need to have a list tag. So here I need to have a list.items. So I need to have a list.item particular things, and along with that, how many I need to have? I need to have this particular items of, so suppose I need to have it 5. I'll just give it as a 5. So you can see the list tag is created 5 times. That is with the class item. So then here I need to have the anchor tag. So I'll just say here as a, I'll just press alt here. So inside this li tag, sorry, I can just press alt for the multi-cursor functionality. So wherever you will be placing, you'll be getting this one. I'll just press anchor tag. So I'll just enter like this. So you can say I'm getting a href over here. So here I'll just redirect to the home page itself, that is a slash. So here I need to put a home page. So here I'll just tell it as a home. Here I'll just give it as a products, and along with that here I need to give it as a services pages. Then here I'll be giving as a checkout, check check. Here it should be a checkout page, and along with that here it should be a contact us page, contact us. So these all will be there inside my unordered list. So once it is done, the navbar section will get closed. So I'll just format this particular document. So once it is formatted, I'll just click onto the go live. So once I click onto the go live, you can see I'm getting a logo over here. I'm getting home, services, product, services, checkout, as well as a contact page. So this all I'm getting it. So again, I'll just create one more section. So I'll just create one more section after the navbar. So after the navbar, I'll just create a section for the home page. I'll just tell section home over here, section home in my comment section. So along with that, I need to have the section. I'll just create one section over here, section. So for this particular section, I'll just give this particular section name as home over here. So I'll just give id is equal to home so that I can give the css for it. So I'll just put it into the this particular item, id is equal to home. So here I'll just create one p class. So here I'll just enter it here. So here inside my paragraph tag, what I'll do here is I'll just add some of the content over here. So what I can add here is I'll just tell as some of the lorem. So something I'll be adding it. So I'll just remove, I'll just keep this much content. Okay. So inside my home page. So then I'll just create one header tag so that I should display inside the center. I'll just say here as a welcome. So I can say here as a welcome to my cart. So let's put it, I'll just make it inside the caps, welcome to my cart, something I'll be giving like this. So along after the paragraph tag, I'll just put one button. So button button. So here inside the button, I'll just tell view products. Okay. So I'll be giving as a view product. Here I'll just give the particular id for this particular button, that is sorry, I'll be giving the class is equal to btn over here. So for that the particular buttons can get over. So I'll just save everything. So let's create let's give the css for these many stuffs first. So once we give css for these stuff, so let's move on to the other topics. So come back to this particular say here, I'll just create one folder. I'll just create a folder. I'll just name it as css over here. So I'll just create here, I'll just click on the project, and I'll just create the css folder over here. So inside a css folder, I'll just create a main.css. This will be my main.css file. So just enter it. So once I come here, I'll need to load this particular css file inside my, after the title, I'll just say here as a link. So I'll just link this particular css file. So I'll say just go back to this folder and go to the css folder. Inside the css folder, load this particular main.css folder. So where is it? Sorry, I need to say main.css folder. So the main.css folder will get loaded in this particular file. So I need to go to the main.css file, and I need to write the particular css for this id navbar as well as logo, and for this li class items, and along for these particular sections. So let's come back to my main.css file first. So I'll just give it as a star over here. So I'll just apply this particular property for my full page. So I'll just give the, first of all, I'll just make the particular margin to 0, as well as I'll just give the padding to 0 over here. So I'll just set the margin and padding to 0 for all these things. So then what I need to do first, I'll say for the root, I'll say this particular root. So I will just define the particular root navbar height over here. So I'll just say navbar height, nav navbar, the particular navbar height, height, the particular navbar height, make it as a around, I'll just make it as a 60 pixel over here. So once I save this one, you can see the navbar height will be get set, and you can see margin and padding is been set it to 0 0 over here. So once it is done, so next I need to set it for the navbar. So here you can see id I have given as a navbar. So I need to apply the css for it. So I'll just say hashtag over here to load the particular id. I'll say navbar for this particular navbar. So I need to say whatever the display is there. So I'll just make it display is equal to flex. So I'll be using a display is equal to fels flex. So once I say this is as a flex, you can see I'm getting in this particular fashion, I'm getting in this particular row. So once it is done, the display is equal to flex. So then I need to say what is the position of this position, take it as a relative. That means take from the for this original position. Whatever the components will be loaded, take it from the original position itself. So I given as a position is equal to relative. So align item. So I'll just align the item to center. All the items I'll be aligning to center, and I'll just save this one. So once I save, so you can see it is been set it to 0. So now I need to save from the top, make it the particular pixel is equal to 0 pixel. I'll say make the top is equal to 0 pixel. So I don't want any space like that. So I can see from the top it is taking a 0 pixel over there. So from this particular navbar. So once it is done, so now let's do it for the logo. So you can see once it is done for the navbar, let's do it for the logo now. Come back to the main.css. Here just give the hashtag logo. So for the hashtag logo, so here I need to say, so here inside my hashtag logo, here there is a image tag. I'll apply directly like this for this particular image logo, and here there will be an image for this particular hashtag logo. Apply the particular CSS property. So what I'll say here is whatever the margin is there, I'll set the particular margin to it first. First of all, I'll just set the margin. So I'll say 15 pixel from the y-axis, and I'll set from the 21 pixel from the x-axis. So once I save this one, so you can see it has been taken a particular this stuff. Along with that, what I need to do here is, so here I need to set the particular, I'll just set the particular height of it. I'll say set of the height is equal to 80 pixel. So once I set for the height 80 pixel, you can see it has been loaded in this particular fashion. The logo is been coming here. So I'll just reduce this still little bit size of the particular logo. So I'll say here I'll just select it this one. So here I'll just set it for, so here I'll just set it for 70 and 60. I think the 60 pixel is perfect for it. So I'll just select the particular height to 60 pixel over here. So once I select it for the 60 pixel, so then I can just set for the next item. So now I need to set it for this particular URL tag. So URL is nothing coming from where? It is coming from the navbar here. So I'll just set the CSS for the navbar URL. So I'll just tell wherever there is a hashtag ID navbar. So inside that there will be having a URL tag. Apply this all the CSS property to it. I'll say display is equal to, make this particular property to the flex, and I'll just save this one. So once I save, you can see I'm getting in this particular fashion. I'm getting all these things. So then come back to again here. So next I need to apply for the like before property. I need to apply the pseudo selectors here. I'll say the navbar. So particular navbar, so I'll apply the pseudo selector before. So I want to apply this particular property before. First I'll make the particular content. So whatever the content is there, I'll just make it to empty. So then after that, so after making it empty, I need to give the background color to it. I'll just say the background color, make it to the black color. So then what else I can apply? I can just tell whatever the position is there, make it to absolute. So position is equal to absolute, take from the parent position. So then I'll just give it the height of it. So I'll just give it as 100%. The height should be 100% over here. So then what else I can give? I can just save the width. So I'll just give the width property. So I'll just set it to 100%, even the width. So then along with that, I'll just save the z index. So I'll just give the z index opposite z index value here. So the z index should be -1. Okay, the lower the z index value will be taken as a higher priority. I'll give the opacity. So I'll just give the opacity is equal to 0.6 here. So once I save this one, so you can see the particular thing is been applied for this particular CSS property for it. You can see the navbar before it is applying this particular CSS property. So then I'll apply for the set. I'll just put a background image, so that will be taken as a after priority. Okay, so we have given this particular priority. Now it is looking fine for me. So opacity have increased. If I just give it opacity as 0.9. So once I give it opacity as 0.9, you can see it is a little bit dark color. So I'll just give it as a 0.7, means it will be taken as little bit light color, the dark gray color over here. So once it is done, now we'll be applying the CSS property for this home, product, services, checkout, and a contact as a thing. So that is coming from where? If I just go back to here, so that is a anchor tag, and it is inside my li tag. So I need to give a CSS property for it over here. So I'll say the particular navbar is there. So wherever there is a hashtag navbar, so here we have a UL tag, and along with that I will be having a li tag over here. So I'll say whatever the list style is there, I'll just make it to none. So once I do this one, so whatever the round marks is there, it is vanished. You can see before we have some of the bindu type marks over here, the round that has been vanished. So once it is navbar has been given, so I'll just give the particular font size over here. So what are the font size is there? So I'll just take 1.0 rem. So I'll just use this particular font size 1.0 rem. So you can see it has been taken in this fashion. 1.0 rem is been taken over here. So next I need to apply for the anchor tag here. So we have applied for the li. So now I'll apply for the anchor tag, the properties. So I'll set the colors and background colors over there, and the hovering thing. So I'll say wherever there is a navbar, So navbar, so we have a UL tag, that is unordered list. Inside the list I have, inside this we have an anchor tag. Apply this particular property for it. So I'll say display is equal to block, that means take the full block over there. So then along with that color, make the particular color of the text to white color. So along with that I need to give the particular padding to it. So I'll say the particular padding, so I'll just say padding is equal to, I'll just say 3 pixel, and along with that I'll just give the 20 pixel over here along the from the x and y axis over there, y and x axis. So once I set this one, let me see. So you can see I'm getting home, product, services, checkout, as well as a contact page over here. So along with that, what I can say here is the particular border radius I can just give. So give the particular border radius for this one as so no need of border, so we'll give a border radius. So border radius of 20 pixel I'll be giving it. So once I give border radius, you can see we need to apply the CSS color to it. So I'll just get text decoration to none. So no. So if I give the text decoration to none, that all the lines will be vanished. You can see before we had a line, so that will be get vanished over here. Okay, so this is how we can just give the CSS property to it. And so we have home, color, as well as padding, border radius, everything we have been given. So now once I hover it, once I click onto the mouse over here, so it should get some of the different stuffs, like I need to hover it, the particular colors over here. So what I can do here is I can just say same as it is. I'll just continue this one down, and I'll say the hovering position. I'll say whenever I get this one, so I'll just give the hovering over here. So just give the hovering. So once it is hovered, I'll apply the color here. So I'll just say make the particular color to black color, and whatever the background color is there, background color, I'll just make it as a yellow color. Okay, so this particular CSS should get applied whenever I just hover this particular property. And now you can see once I click onto the mouse buttons over here, so all the color is getting hovered from this particular position. Okay, so this is how we can just apply this CSS property to the homepage, product, services, checkout, on it. You can see we have designed a navbar in the good relevant manner. We have completed the navbar over here. So once it is done, so let's do it for next. So next we'll be doing for what? Next we'll be doing for the, so navbar we have completed. Now next we'll do for this particular ID is equal to home section. We'll set all the properties for this particular stuffs. So come back to the main.css file. So now let's apply for CSS for the home page over here. So I'll just put a comment section. I'll say home section. So I'm applying a CSS for the home section. So here what I'll say here is, so here I will just apply the CSS property for the home tag. So I need to give it in the small letter HOME home, and here I'll just make the particular first display, I'll just make it as a flex. So I'll be using as a flex everywhere over here. So whatever the flex direction is there, make it as a column here. So make it as a column, so that all the items, whatever the thing is been defined over the paragraph, H1 and other button, it will be taken as in the flex direction in the column wise. So once it is done, so I'll just give the particular padding to it. So I'll just give the padding is equal to 3 pixel I'll be giving, and around I can just give it as 20 pixel, or else 300 into 200 I'll just give. From the left hand, right, from the x-axis I'll be giving a 200 pixel. So then I'll just set the particular height of it. I'll just say here as a first I'll just set a 500 pixel. Later we can just decrease, like we can see the Chrome development tool, and we can just reduce the height. So then I'll say, I'll just see what is the thing is happening for us. I can see all the thing is coming at the center from the padding, it has been taken, and you can see we product, all those things is coming perfectly. So once it is done, so we have applied this much. So once it is done, we'll see next order as a justify content. I'll just select the center, all the content I'll just make it to center, and I'll just use align item to center over here. So all the things should get into the center. Now you can see justify content, align item. So all the thing is getting inside the center part, and I'm getting the button, I'm getting the text over here, and I'm getting welcome to my cart. So this is how we can just do it. So now let's apply the CSS property to it. So now before loading this one, I need to apply a before pseudo selector I'll be using. I'll apply a image. I want to load the particular image over here. So we'll see here we have some of the image, like we'll have this E2 image and E3. Okay, this is an image which I will be taking. Now this image I want to put it as a background image inside this particular cart. So what I'll say, the image name is e3.jpg. So I'll just go to the main.css. I'll apply the pseudo selector here. I'll just say here as a hashtag home. So here I'll just give the before property. So inside the before property, I'll apply the particular content. So first I will say the content, make it as a nothing. So then after this one, I want to apply the background image. So I'll just say background image over here. So I can just select as a background. I load this particular URL over here. So I'll say just go to this particular URL. I'll just say here, I'll just say here as dot hashtag, go to the images folder, then what is that e2.jpg image. So I want to load this particular image over here. So once I say, so you can see if I refresh it, the where is the image is not there. So e2.jpg. So let me see if the image name is e2.jpg itself, right? So not sorry, e3.jpg. So I need to make it as a e3.jpg where. So I'll just go to the CSS. I'll say set it the e3.jpg image, and I'll apply some of the properties over here. I'll say here it should not repeat. I'll say no repeat. So the repeat should be not repeat, and it should be what? It should be at the center, and you can just return center and cover. I'll just make it as a center slash cover the particular stuff. So cover cover. So we can apply this particular property over here. So once I save this one, so if I just press Ctrl Shift R, so you can see if I right click and inspect it, what is the issues? The image is not getting loaded. Let me see in the console. So failed to load the fav icon. So error, I don't have only this, but the fav icon error, just ignore this particular error. So but the image is not getting loaded over here. So okay, so we'll see what is the issue. So what I'll do here is I'll just make the particular position here is what is the position. I'll just make it as a relative. So then I'll just say from the top load it at the 0 position. So 0 pixel. Okay, so 0 pixel, and from the left also make it as a 0 pixel. So then I will just define the particular height of it. So height I'll just give it as around 500 pixel over here. So once the height is been given, I'll just set the particular width to 2. I need to have the width is equal to 100%. It should take full of the size. Then I'll just say the z index. So what will be the z index? I'll just apply the z index property to -1. Take at this priority. Opacity will be set it to 0.7 itself, so that it should be taken the complete stuff. So you can see the image is getting loaded in this particular fashion. So the image, the particular image is getting here. So now let's see how to set to the perfectly inside my over here. So now let's give the position to absolute over here. So if I just give the position to absolute, like if I just save it, so you can see the image has been set to absolute. It means it has been taken completely over here. So I can just set the particular height to 550 pixel. So if I just set it to 550 pixel, you can see it is been loaded. So I think more than enough for me. So the background image is set it to in this particular fashion. So I think it is looking perfectly. So you can see the opacity also has been increased. If I just make the opacity 0.8, so little bit still the image will get loaded in this particular fashion. So let's make the opacity to 0.8 itself. So then so you can see before it will be applying all this property now. So once it is done, so let's apply the CSS property for this particular paragraph as well as this h1 and as well as this particular button also. So let's create the first here. I'll say, so wherever there is a hashtag id home is there, that is nothing but this particular id home, just take the h1 tag of this one. So I'll just say id home of h1 tag. So yeah, I'll just make the particular color of the particular text to white color. I'll be using it. So then I'll just say the text align. So whatever the text align is there, make it to center. So then font family I will be giving first I'll get the Google font. So then I'll just say font size. So let's say the font size is equal to 1.8 rem. So if I just give the font size to 1.8 rem, you can see it will be taken a little bit more. So I'll just go to the Google fonts over here. So I'll just tell Google fonts. So I'll just go to the Google fonts from here. Then here they will have a Google fonts over here. So here what I'll do here is I'll search for the Ballu Bhai. So Ballu Bhai. Okay, we can set for the Ballu Bhai, Ballu Behna. You can see we have a number of things. So I'll go to the Ballu Bhai 2 here. So which are the fonts you like, you can just select that particular that particular fonts over here. So I'll just select this particular style. So you can see I need to link these two tags inside my this one. I'll just copy it. I'll say I'll just go back to here and I'll just apply this CSS property. I'll just load this particular link tags over here. So I'll just apply this particular Ballu Bhai fonts here. Okay, I need to import this particular links. So once I import it, I need to apply this particular font family over here. I'll just copy the font family. I'll come back to the here. So I'll just apply this particular font family over here. So Ballu Bhai 2 it should take, and even here where wherever there is a li tag is there, here also I'll just apply the particular font family here. So you can just apply the font family to the li. I think I'll apply to the here. I'll just apply the font family to here. So once I apply this font family, so you can see the particular fonts has been applied over here. The welcome to my cart, the particular fonts has been applied over here. You can see the before it was different, now it is getting a different styling over here. So this is how I can just apply here. So I'll just make it as here as 2.8 rem. So if I just make the 2.8 rem, so it is little bit welcome to my cat is little bit hovered over here. So this is how we can just set the particular properties here. So now next what else I need to apply. So if I just make the particular color to black here, so if I just make the particular color to black, So you can see it is coming inside the black color. So I'll just make it to white itself. Okay, so let it white. I can just say it as a I can just give this particular light yellow. Let me see, light yellow. So if I just give the particular color to the light yellow, so I just save it. So you can see it will be in this particular fashion. Okay, this is looking fine for me. Then now we'll apply for the paragraph tag. So this is the paragraph tag is nothing but this particular paragraph tag. So I'll just come back to the, I'll say wherever there is a hashtag home and wherever there is a paragraph tag, apply this particular property to it. So I'll apply the particular color to, I'll just make it as a white color. So I'll just make it as a white color for this one. So text align, obviously the text align should be center. Then what else, the font size. So I'll just set the particular font size to 1.2 rem. Okay, so 1.2 rem I'll be applying it. So once I save this one, so you can see the particular CSS has been applied for that particular steps. Okay, so you can just have one, you can apply the particular font family also. If I just apply the particular font family, so you can just apply the font family to Serif over here. So if I just say here as a BREE Bree and SERIF Serif. Okay, even you can apply this particular font family. So if I say, so the little bit font will be for font family is applied for that particular stuff now. So now let's do it for this particular view products. So let's make this particular view products button. So button is coming from where? The button is coming from the ID and the button class I have given as a BTN over here. So let's give the button styling later. So now let's set it for the another stuff. So let's step still properties now. So we have created this section. So now let's create the particular services section. So we have created a home section. So I'll just format this particular document. So we have section this particular home section we have been completed. So now for the button later we'll be doing it for all once again. So we'll say here as a section home. So here I'll just make it as a services home, services page. So now I'll services section here. So I'll make it as a services itself. So inside my services section, first I'll define a particular section name over here. So I'll say here as a section. So inside this particular services section, I'll just give the I'll give the class name over here. So I'll just give the class is equal to services container. So I'll just make it as this is my services container section over here. Inside my services section container, I'll just give the h1 tag here. So inside this particular h1 tag, I'll just give the particular class over here. So I'll just give the particular class to it. So the particular class I'll just give it as a h primary. So h/primary. So here the particular primary color I'll be giving. So then what else I can give? I can just say it as a center. So I'll just apply the letter. I'll give the particular center property. So wherever I use a center, automatically the particular CSS will apply for this particular header tag. So inside this particular header tag, I can just make it as this is our services. I'll just make it as our services. It should get visible over there. So you can see here I'm getting our services. Later if I set CSS, it will coming at the middle of the point. So then because I have given as a h primary as well as center, h primary CSS will be applying it. So same this h primary CSS section I'll be giving for this welcome to class also. So I'll just give it as a class name over here. Class is equal to h primary over here. Okay, h primary. I'll just set it to here. So once it is set actually, so next come back to here. So the services container. So what all the services container here I need to have? I'll just create some of the boxes over here. So with the logos along with the particular images, and I'll just load the particular text into that. So after this header tag, so I'll just create one div section. So I'll just tell a div ID. I'll just create it as a services. So inside this ID, what I'll do here is I'll just create one box. So I'll say div dot box. I'll just create a box inside it. So here inside a box, what else I can do? I can just give the image tag of the src image of src. Okay, so here it should load the particular image. So let's load later. So after the image, what else I need to have? Here I'll just create one h2 tag. So here I'll just create the h2 tag of the particular class name. I'll just give it as a h secondary. For the h1 I have given as a h primary. For here I'll just give it as a h secondary. So I'll just give it as a h secondary y, enter. So here I'll just give the property of the center also. Even I want to make this particular property CENTER center. So I'll just define it later for the CSS. So for this header tag, what else I can just say here is the first box I'll just keep it as a shopping. So I want to make this particular header tag to the shopping. So once it is done, I'll just create a paragraph tag. So I'll just give the particular class name to center. Even this should get the center, class is equal to center. So here I'll just give the sum of the low rem over here. So I'll just remove some of the content from here. I'll just keep this much content in this particular lorem. So this is my one single box. So this is my one single box, same as it is. I need to create 3 more boxes. I'll just create 3 more. I'll just hover it, same as it is. So but here I'll just give the particular here as I'll just give it as a products. So this will be my products, and here after this one I can just give it as the particular groceries. So GROCERIES groceries. I'll just make it this as a groceries, and I can just make it one more block that can, what else I can just make it as a fashion here, FASHION, 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 fashion. So all the things will be same. So let's say will be same properties will be applied to it. So this will be my services section. So along with that we will be creating one more section that will, I'll just right click and format this I'll just click the format this particular document. So all the CSS has been applied over here. So now I want to load the particular CSS to it. So sorry, which are the images. So I'll just load this of the images over here. So I'll see which is the images I need to load. So here I have the product one here. So you can see I have these images, and P2 I have these images, and P3 I have this kind of images over here. Let's load this kind of images over here inside my images tag. So I'll say wherever there is images, go to the images, and here I want to load the p1.png image over here. So here once it is done, here I'll just load some of the images. I'll just say images dot. So here I can just load this first image only. I'll just load it, the particular logo2.png. So then here, so here I'll just say the go to the images folder. So here which else images I can just tell here, I'll just tell p2.png image, load this p2.png image, p1 p2 is done. So then here I'll just go to the images folder. So here I'll just tell logo1.png file. So I'll just tell logo1.png file. So this will be more stuff. So if I come back here, so you can see I'm getting all the logos over here, but the CSS is been not given to it. So we'll give the particular CSS to it. So it is very easy. There is no need of any confusion. So now, so we'll go to the CSS main.css file. First I'll just set it a dot center over here. So we have given as a dot center, right? So here I'll just give the particular text align. I'll just make it as a center over here. So the particular text align to center will be given. So then I have set it for the dot h primary. So I'll just set it for the h primary, h1 tags and h2 tag. So wherever there is a taken as this one, I'll just set it the particular font size. So first I'll set the particular font size to 2.5 rem over here. So I'll just set the particular font to 2.5 rem, and I'll just make the particular padding. I'll just give it as a 0 pixel. So then along with that I can just give the whatever the color is there. So whatever the color is there, make it as a black color wherever they will be used this one. And the font family, so for font family I'll be giving as a Ballu Bhai over here. So I can just give this one Ballu Bhai to itself. Okay, so I'll just give this one the particular font family in this particular fashion. So Ballu Bhai to cursive. So I'll just save this much. So this is for the h primary. So same way I'll just give it for the h secondary also. The same thing will be applied, but here I'll just reduce the particular size to 1.5. So here I'll just give it as a secondary over here, secondary. So I'll just set it for the secondary, font size 1.5, padding, color, and the font size we have been given. So all these things will give. So here I'll give the padding is equal to 10 pixels. So once I save, so you can see the our services is coming at the center, and all the thing, even the shopping is also coming in the center. So all the thing is applied, even the CSS is applied for the header tags as well as the h2 tags. This is one thing I need to do it. So now let's do it the services section. So let's create a CSS for the services section. So I'll say hashtag services. So services, now the CSS is applying for the where. So I'll just tell for the CSS for the services. So here I'll just take it as a hashtag because I have given the services as a services over here. So I'll just give in this particular fashion. So I'll just come back to the container here. So I'll just say services. So whatever the border is there, so I'll just give the first of all border. I'll just make it as a 2 pixel solid. I'll just give the 2 pixel solid yellow green over here. So I'll just give the border of the 2 pixel solid yellow green. So here I'll just give the particular padding to 24 pixel over here. So once the padding is done, I'll just set it a particular margin to it. So margin I'll just give it as a 3 pixel as well as a 6 pixel over here. So then I'll just give the particular border radius to it. I'll just give the border radius to 25 pixel. So once it is done, I'll just take the particular background color. So whatever the background color is there, so BACK background color. So background color. So background background COLO or color. So whatever the background color is, make it as a light yellow. So I'll just use the light color like background image. So once I save this much, so you can see the border is being created as a yellow green, and you can see the background color is taken as a little bit yellow now. So now what I need to do, I need to set it for the images. So the image is coming very badly over here. So I need to set for the images. So I'll say go to the services section. So you can see inside my services section we have a class is equal to box and the src is image. I'll say, so wherever there is a dot box, the dot box is my class name, and inside that wherever there is a image tag, apply this particular css property. So I'll just set it the height for it. I'll just set the particular height to around 150 pixel for it. So once it is done, I'll just set the particular margin to auto. So I'll set the margin to auto. So once I want to get the things into the display block, so display block and margin auto will get the things into the center. You can see all the things I am getting inside the center. That is, I got the padding, product, and fashions and all those things. So I got this one. So then what else I can just apply the one more css property. So I'll say the for the paragraph tag over here. So we have set it 150 pixel, display is equal to block we have given. So all the css we have applied over here. So border radius, everything we have applied. So next I'll give this hashtag services, and I'll just give the hashtag services dot box. So here I'll just apply for the css property for the paragraph. So I'll apply the particular font family for the header. So I can just give for this one something like, even if I just save this one, so the css will be using this one. So I don't like this particular font, so I can just use this Bree serif here. I'll just tell Bree serif serif, and I'll just put the comma. If it's not font, go to this particular font serif. Okay, so once I say, so this particular css will be applied to it. So now you can see all the things is coming in this pattern. I want to make it into the horizontal. It is coming inside a vertical. I want to make it for the horizontal now. So here what else I need to do here is, you can see I am getting in this particular fashion. So here what I'll do here is I'll say C. So here I'll set services dot box. Okay, I need to apply this particular css property for this one. Services I have given, but I need to give it as a dot box over here. Okay, so this is one thing I have left, so I need to give in this particular fashion. Now you can see for the box the particular css properties are applied. So one more thing, I'll just get here as a hashtag services. I'll just tell hashtag services, give the particular margin over here. So I'll just give the particular margin as a 34 pixel. So then here I need to make the particular display to flex. I'll just apply the property that is display flex. So if I just give the display flex property, you can see the particular things will get fine now. So you can see we have got our services section. I got the product and everything, it has been aligned over here. So one more thing, I want to hover it. I need to apply the particular transition property to it. So I'll apply the particular transition property over here. So I'll give it as a transition is equal to all 0.5s. I'll give it as a easy note over here. So I'll give the transition duration here. I'll give the transition duration. So transition duration over here. So I'll just give it as a 1 second. Okay, so I'll just give it as a 1 second as a transition duration. So I need to apply the hovering property to it. So I'll just give the hashtag services and dot box, and whenever it's get hover, so whenever it's get hover, I need to apply some of the css property to it. I'll just hover. So I need to apply some of the properties to it. So I'll say so here I'll just give the transform scale SCAL is scale. So transform is equal to, I'll just give the scaling over here. So I'll just give it as a 0.8, and here I'll just make the particular background color to it. I'll just make the particular background color. So COLOR color to make the particular background color to. So if I just give it as a lime green, so let me see, later we'll change it here. So if I just refresh, so now you can see the particular color is getting changed. You can see all the color is getting changed. You can see the transition is been applied for this particular services box over here. So what I'll do is, I don't want this particular lime green. I'll just give it as a light. I want to have some of the light salmon over here. If I just give it as a light salmon, so you can see it will be taking in this particular fashion. I don't want this also. I'll just say it as a yellowish, something that is yellow. So if I just give it as a yellow, so you can see it will be taking in this particular fashion yellow. So because our particular thing is everything is yellow, so I'll just give it into the RGB value. I'll just give it the RGB value over here. So I'll just save in this particular, I'll just set it to something like 15, and here I'll just set it as a 233, and I'll just give it as a 44. So RGB value I'm just giving it. If I just save it, so which color it has been taken? Okay, it has been taken in this particular color, but I'll just change this one. So I'll just set it light yellow over here. So I'll just set it to the light yellow. So it should be lightish yellow. So I'll just select again. If I just keep the mouse over here, you can see I'm getting this particular, selecting the particular color. So just select the particular color. I'll just set it to yellow. So here I'll just set it to this particular light color. So once I save, so you can see it has been taking little bit light yellow, because our thing is everything is yellow. So I'm just keeping as a yellowish over here. So this is how we can set our services section is been completed. So now we'll see for the product section. So how I can just give the particular product section. So come back to the particular section box over here. So here I'll just set it as a product section. So here I'll just put a selling, I'll just give it as a products. So this will be my product section. So for the particular product section, for the product section, what I'll do here is I'll just create a particular section over here. So I'll just create a section over here. So I am not getting it section. So section over here. So for this particular section, I'll just give the particular ID over here. For the particular ID, what else? What the product section? I'll just give it as a product section. So product, and I'll just give it as a product section over here. Product section. So I'll be giving the particular name as a product section over here. So once I save it, so later we can just give it from the CSS. So here I need to have the first one h1 tag. So here it will be what the same class it will be there. So what will be the class? This one will be the class, the particular class h1, the primary one. So I'll say here is h1 dot primary. So h1 dot primary. So here I'll just give it as a h primary. So actually I had given as a h primary actually. So I'll be giving as a h primary over here, and dot center, center center. So once I enter, so you can see it will be taken in this particular fashion. The header h1 tag has been taken. So here let's give it as our products. So I'll be giving as a header our products. So once I say, we can see our product is coming in this particular fashion. So once it is done, so I'll right click and format the document. So then header tag is done. So after the header tag, what I need to display here is I'll just add some of the images over here. So I'll just say, so what are the div dot items are there? I want items of I'll just give it as items of 4. I want 4 here div tags. So here inside the 4 div tags, I want the image tag over here inside it. I'll just press alt, and I'll just I'll just select the cursor over here, and I'll just press alt and click it. I'll just say I need to have a image of src tag over here. Okay, so that's it. So image of src. Here I'll just load some of the images from my images. So which images I can show here is I'll just see the product images. I have some of the shoes over here, this particular shoes image, and here if I just open this one, so you can see I have the watches. I'll be pp3. I can see I have some of the images. This one I want to load it over here. So I'll say here as well as here. I'll say go to the images folder, and I want to load what first. I want to load something like pp2.jpg image, so which is coming from here, and along with that I want to load here as a shoes. I want to load the particular shoes.jpg image. Then here I want to load the pp1.jpg image that is coming from here. So again from here I want to load the pp3.jpg image from this particular stuff. So let's slightly kind of format this particular document, so all the things will coming in this particular fashion. So I don't want to give any text, so just I want to display some of the products of there. So then, so after this one particular stuff, so what else I can give it here is div tag is done, and div section is completed. So along with that, I'll just put everything inside a particular product. I want to put this particular items inside a div container. So I'll say div dot I can just say div dot id. I'll just give it as a product. So everything many stuff I'm handling with the id, so I'll just give it as the id as a main container name. So after this, I'll just close this div tag over here. I'll right click and format the particular document. You can see, so the div tag is getting closed. So now I need to give the css property for this particular product. So it will be very simple. So I'll just so here I'll just say first of all I'll just give the particular hashtag product section. So here I have given as a hashtag product section. So I want to give it for the product section over here. So inside this particular product section, so you can see where is it, the product section. So ID of the product section I have been given over here. So here it is a product. So I'll just make it is as a products over here. Okay, the product section. So inside the product section, I'll be applying a CSS to it. I'll just close this one. So here I'll just apply the CSS property. So first I'll just make the particular height. I'll just make the, sorry, I don't want to give the height. I'll just make the particular position to relative text from the actual position relative, and then I'll just give the particular from the margin bottom. I'll just give it as a 35 pixel over here. So once I save, it will be taken this particular product section. Now I'll apply the pseudo selector for it before how it should get load. So products, so products section. So I want to give the product section before selector. I'll be using this before here. So same as it is, the content will be nothing. So this will be same for everything, and the position here I need to make it what, absolute, not the relative. I want to make it as a absolute. So take from the absolute position. So then along with that, I'll just make the particular background image here. So I'll just use the particular background. So here I want to load some of the image. I'll just load the particular URL. So which image I'll just load it here is So let me see which image I can load here. As if I just so here if I contact.jpg, so it will be using for the contact. So here I'll be having a key. Okay, I'll be loading this key to I have a key to images over here. So let's load this particular image over here. So I'll just make the full images to blur, so no need to worry. So I'll just say here inside this one, so inside this particular URL, so I'll say the images over here. I'll go to the images folder, so then slash, so I'll just go first, I'll say here is go one folder back. Okay, then go to the images folder. So then I'll just say here as a go to the key1.jpg, just load it. And once it is done, I will need to set the particular width. I'll just set it to 100% over here. So I'll just set the particular width to 100%, height to 100%. So after setting the width and height, I need to give the z index value here. So I'll just give the z index to -1. So here then I'll give the opacity over here. Opacity I'll just make it as 0.9 over here. Once I set, you can see here the image is getting loaded over here. But the thing is what the thing is getting, you can see the image here, background image. So background image I am getting it, but the images is not set. So I'll set it for the images now. So I'll say hashtag products. So I'll just give the hashtag projects. I'll just give the images over here. So inside the image, I'll just give the height to, I'll just give it as a 150 pixel. So height is been set. I'll just set the particular border radius. So I'll just set the particular border radius to 25 pixel. I'll just save it. So so you can see I am getting the images over here. So the images is coming properly. You can see the background image is the particular keyboard is been loaded over here. So let's give some of the, let's keep some of the changes over here. So I'll set the particular item over here. So let's tell hashtag item. So whatever the class items I have been given, because you can see I have given as a class name as items. I'll just set the CSS property. I'll just give the some of the padding to it. I'll give the particular padding to as a 14 pixel over here. So once I save, the padding will be taken as a 14. So then I'll just apply the particular CSS for where I'll apply for this particular products here. So I'll just go back. I'll just apply the CSS property for this particular products. So I'll just say that the display, whatever the display is, make it a flex, make it the display is equal to flex. So once I make it as a flex, so if I just refresh, you can see the thing is coming inside the horizontal manner. So once it is then taken, so now I need to give the particular content here. Whatever the justify content is, then make it to center over here. So once the center is done, I'll just say align item to center over here. Once I give it here, so you can see all the things will be at the center. So you can see all the things is been at the center over here. So now what is the next I need to give here is, so I'll just tell what are the products h1 tag is there. I'll just make it 2. So let's tell hashtag products section of h1, section of the header tag is there. So for this header tag, I want to make the particular color to white. Okay, so then I'll say align item to center. So the particular I can just tell the font size. So font size I can just say 2.5 rem. Okay, 2.5 rem. So here I'll just give the, I'll say this one. So font family. So font family, I can just give it as the particular first one. So which one is a Ballu Bhai. So whichever you like, you can just give it. I'll just give it as a Ballu Bhai Karzim. So I'll just copy this one and I'll just give this particular font family over here. So once I say, so you can see, so if I just refresh it, okay, so the CSS has been not applied for this one product section h1. So here what I have given as a product section header tag. Okay, so it is taking this particular, if I just remove this particular class name over here, over product, okay, it is not applying this particular CSS for it. If I just class here, so what I have given, okay, hashtag I have given hashtag product section. Okay, I need to give it as a products here. So this is what makes a product section header tag. So once I save it, so you can see the thing. So our product has been displaying in this particular fashion. Okay, so you can see the particular image has been set, but what is here is it is not taking the spaces from here. So what I can give here is, so if I just select this particular image, so once I set the particular image, if I just give the particular padding over here, padding, if I just give it as a 15 pixel, so you can see the particular stuff is getting here in this particular fashion. So here I'll just where is it, image, so I'll just give the padding over here. I'll just give the padding of around 15 pixel. So once I set it to 15 pixel, you can see the image has been loaded here. So this is how I can just create the particular product section here. So once it is been done, the product section is been completed over here. So let's apply some of the transition property to it. Let's give the some of the animation to it. So let's create, like, let's give the some of the animation. So even if I want, you can just give the animations to this particular images. So I'll say for the wherever there is a images here, so I want to give the particular animation to it. So how I can give the animation is, so I'll apply this particular animation. So I'll just where is it? So I'll just give the animation for these images. I'll apply this animation name. So I'll just give the animation name Anis, and transition duration is, I'll just give it as a 2 second, and iteration it should be infinite loop. Okay, so animation I have given and infinite loops I have been given over here. So now I want to apply the particular keyframe. So I need to use the particular keyframes as a, so here I need to give @ I'll just apply the keyframes over here. I'll just say keyframes. So here you can see it has been taken the identifier needs the transition name is I have given as Anis. I'll just copy this identifier name here. I'll just give it as a Anis over here. So here the keyframes I have been given. So here what else I can give the particular else. So here inside this I need to give, so when it is 0%, what I need to do, when it is particular 25%, what I need to do, like that. So here I'll just give the property that is at the 0%. So it starts from the 0%. So I'll say, so where is it? So I'll say 0%, and I'll say here is a transform. Okay, the transform, the particular I'll just say transform rotate. I'll just apply the rotate 3D angle. So if I just give it the 3D angle to 360 degree, so I'll just tell the 360 degree over here. So once I save this one, transform rotate to 360 degree, if I just refresh, so you can see nothing has been happening. So if I just get transform to 360, so if I just refresh it, so here I'll just give the only transform rotate. Okay, rotate 360 degree over here. So transform rotate 360 capital degree. So once I save this one, so what is this? It is not happening anything. So come back to here. So here actually I need to give it here. So I need to give it as a 360 degree over here. So once I save it, so you can see the thing has been applying. You can see the CSS has been applied to it. Okay, so you can see the CSS is applied over here. So at the 0%. Even I can give it at the another section. If I just give it at the 50%, so at the point of the 50%, I can just apply the transform scale property. So here I can just apply the transform scale property over here. So I can just scale it to 2. Once I get it to scale it to 2, so you can see once I refresh it, you can see how it is been getting scaled over here. You can see how it is been getting scaled. So if I just give it as a 1 here, if I just give it as a 1, so you can see if I refresh, so you can see it has been not scaled. Okay, if I just give it 1, it won't be scaling. If I just give it as a 1.1, it will be getting scaled. So you can see if I just scale, you can see how it has been getting scaled over here. So like this, how we can just apply the CSS property it. So better I'll just keep it as this particular transform itself, whichever you like, you can just give it. So this is how we can just apply the transformation property of it. So you can see it is looking fine for me. We have designed a services page, and we have designed a product page, and we have designed an app bar as well as a home page. So you can see this so beautiful our website is looking, the e-commerce site. So next we'll design a particular contact page. So now let's do it for the contact page. I'll just go to the index.html page. So after the section, I'll just design for a contact section. I'll just make it as a contact section over here. So now I want to create a contact section now. So for the contact section, I'll just create the particular section for contact. So here I'll just create it section over here. So section is a section for the section, that is ID. I'll be giving as ID is equal to, I'll just give the ID name as a contact over now. So for the section contact, I'll just create a header tag. So this will be the what, it will be the h primary of and it should be what, dot center, .center center. So here I'll just make it as a contact us. So here I'll make it as a contact us. So once it is contact us is done, so I'll just create one div dot, I'll just create a particular ID. So div dot contact box, I'll just make a one contact box over here. The ID name I'll be giving as a contact box over here. So once the contact box is done, I'll just create one form over here. So I'll just create a form from here. So I'll just create a form of I can just create normal form. So let it be the action, let it be normally. So just I want to do the designing. So inside I'll just right click and format a document over here. I'll just save everything. So inside my form, I need to have some of the tags. Like I need to create a tags, like I'll just create div dot form group. I'll just create a form group over here. So inside a form group, what I'll just create it here is, I'll just create a input box. So here I'll just take input of a type text. So inside the type text is equal to, I'll just give the placeholder here. So I'll just give the enter your name. So enter your name over here. So it will be in this particular fashion. Same way I need to have one more div tag. So here I'll need to have the type enter your email. So I need to have select enter your email. So then along with that, I'll just create one more enter your phone number. So later you can set the type is equal to num as well as a type is equal to email. So along with the phone number, I need to have the particular text area now. So for the particular text area, what I'll do here is div dot form group, div dot form form group. So I'll just create a div dot form group over here. So inside my form group, what I'll say here is I need to have the text area over here. So I'll create a text area of a row. I'll just create it as a 20, column of 20, and just I need to have 5 rows. So I'll just set it like this. So once it has been done, so I'll just okay, can just add some of the properties like placeholder or doesn't apply to it. So if I just come back here, so the form will be looking something like this. You can see enter your name, enter your email as well as a phone number as it is. So here I need to have some of the buttons. So I'll just give the button button. So button, I'll just give the particular ID is equal to, I'll just give it as a contact button it is. So I'll just set it as a submit. Okay, I'll just set it as a submit over here. So you can see the button will be also loaded over as a here. So now I need to apply the CSS property for this particular button as well as this particular form. So along, I'll just right click and format this particular document. So I'll just come back to the main.css. So where the CSS is there. So here also I'll just click on the format document. So all the things will set it to the format document. So here all the padding, CSS, everything we have applied. So now let's apply the CSS property for the contact page. So let's do it for the BTN over here. So I'll just make it, this is as a BTN itself. Okay, I'll just make it as a BTN. So this particular BTN is equal to this BTN, which is the BTN. So you can see BTN class. So let it apply the same CSS property for it. I'll say dot BTN. So I'll say dot BTN. I'll just set it a padding for it. So I'll just set it the padding to 14 pixel, as well as I can just give it as a 31 pixel, something like this. And I'll just give the particular border to it. I'll just give the particular border, BORDER border to it. So I can just give the particular border 2 pixels solid white color border I'll be giving it. Then I'll just give the particular background color to it. So I'll just give the background. So I'll just select the background COLR color. So I'll just select the particular background color too. I'll just set it a RGB value. So I'll just set the particular RGB value. So let's just select it at a 252, and here I can just select it as a 248, and here I'll just select it as a 51. Anything, let it will be taking as a yellow color. Okay, so this will be the border radius for it. So then color is done defined. So then what else I need to define? I need to set the particular color is equal to black. So the black color I'll be giving the text, and margin I'll be setting to it. Margin I'll just set it to 17 pixel over here. So then along with that font size, I'll just set the particular font size it to. So I'll just select the font size 1.0 rem. So the particular font size I'll set it, and I'll set the particular border radius also. I'll just set the particular border radius to 25 pixel. So once it is done, I'll just set the particular cursor to pointer, because as I said, so the cursor pointer will be doing what? It will be setting to it. So if I refresh it, so you can see here as the first button will be looking in this particular fashion. You can see the button is looking in this fashion. Okay, and it is fine. So now I want to hover the particular button also. I'll say dot btn. So whenever the dot btn is get hovered, so whenever the dot btn is get hovered, so I want to make the particular background color to so I want to make the particular background color to black color, and the color should be make it to white. Once save it, so you can see once I hover it, so you can see once I hover it, you can see the color is getting changed over here. So even the okay, here it is not applying this particular btn class. So because if I just come back here, so here what it is not applying, because I think I have given as id, I need to give it as a class here. I need to give it as a class class. So if I give it as a class, so you can see even the button has been created to the submit button. So now let's set the css for the particular forms now. So now coming back to the thing, so I'll just give the css property for the contact. I'll just see the contact. So let's give it to the contact section. So I'll say hashtag id. So the contact same as it is. I'll just give the pseudo selector before. So I'll just set the pseudo selector before. I'll just make the content. So I'll just make the content to empty. So once it is done, I'll just set the position. I'll just set the particular position to what? Absolute. I'll set the position to absolute. So once the position is absolute, I'll just set the particular width to 100%. I'll set the particular width to 100%. Then I'll just set the particular height also to 100% over here. So once the height and width is set it to 100%, I need to give the z index to it. Z index. So z index to -1. So -1 will be given. So then I'll give the opacity. So the opacity should be what? Opacity should be 0.7. So before that means I want to load the image, so I want to apply this other property. I'll just set the URL for it. So as I said, we have a background URL here. So background, I'll just set the URL. I'll set the particular URL. I'll just go to the one folder images back. So in my images, I have the h1.jpg image. So for the contact one, so here I'll set the particular property, that is a no repeat should be happen, no repeat. So no repeat, as well as it should be at the center and center cover. Okay, center slash cover. So this will be take the things into the inside of one particular stuff. So once I say, we can see the image is been coming over here. You can see the particular image will be loaded over here. So once it is loaded, so next what else I need to do here is I need to give the CSS for the contact box. So for here I'll just say the contact, what is the name here I had given as here. So you can see I have given as a contact box as a ID. I'll say hashtag contact hashtag contact box. So hashtag contact box. So I'll just say the display, whatever the displays, make it is there, just make it to flex and justify content to center, and always align item to center to it. So then I'll just give the padding to it. I'll just say the padding, just to make the particular from the padding bottom, I'll just give the from the bottom, I'll just make it as a 34 pixel. So if I just save it, so you can see, so where is it, you can see all the thing is getting at the center. You can see the contactors, enter your email, phone number, everything is I am getting at the center, and the particular form is also getting at the center. Now next I need to give the particular input for the input as well as the text area. So hashtag, I'll just give the hashtag contact. So in the contact box I have what, I have the particular input area. So I have the input area, so I'll just put a comma again. So I have just again I have inside my contact box, so inside my contact box I have a text area also. You need to give the same CSS property for this both two. So here once you have given like this, so here I'll just say the particular width, make it to 100%, width make it to 100%, and I just give the padding to it. Padding I'll just give it as 0.5 rem. So then I'll give the particular from the margin to the top, I'll be giving as a 10 pixel over here. So then I'll just give the particular border radius to it. Border radius I'll just give it as a 25 pixel. So then I'll just give the particular font size. So I'll just give the particular font size to 1.1 rem, something like this. So I'll just save it. So if I just come back here, so you can see the button is looking fine. Our contact page is looking perfectly over here. So the enter your name, contact name, as well as the phone number, as well as everything I'm just getting over here. So let's apply one more CSS property for the form now. So I'll say the whatever the hashtag contact form is there, so hashtag contact and contact box form, the contact box form, whichever the contact box form is there, make the particular width, I'll just set it to 40%. okay, so if I just set it to 40%, it will be set it to 40%. And if I just come back here, if I refresh, so you can see the width is been set it to 40%. Now it is looking little bit fine, so compared to before. So once it is done, so we have completed the content box also here. So now what I'll say here is what I'll say, the button I had given, right? So the button, so I'll just set it, this particular button, I'll just copy this button. So I want a block level button here, so I'll say same thing, I'll just copy and I'll just paste it over here. So I'll just say as a C button, so that's I'll just set it for the contact button. So I'll set it as a C button over here, the class is C button. Okay, so even I'll just give it as a C button over here. So if I just set it the particular width to it, I'll just set the particular width, what I can say, width to 40%. So here I think I need to give it here the width to 40%. Let me see. If I set it the width to 40%, if I come, so you can see it is been set it to 40%. The particular button size is been taken as a 40%. So if I just give it as a 100% over here, so if I just give it as a width to 100%, so you can see the width is, the form is taken as a 100%. So now it has been looking a little bit fine. So what I'll give, background color, I'll just set it to different color. So this time I'll just set it to what I can set it something like, I can just set it to gray color. So okay, so if I just set it to gray, so you can see the color is been taken to gray color. Now it has been looking fine for me, the background color is looking fine. So you can see all the stuff is been set. So once it is been set, now next what else I need to do, I need to design a last one. I'll just design a last one, that is a footer section. So I'll be designing a last one, that is a section footer, FOOTER footer. So I'll just create this particular section, so that I can just give it as a FOOTER footer. So I don't know why it is not giving it. So let's say here I'll just open this one, I'll just say this is my footer section. So inside my footer section, I'll just create one div class. So I'll just say div dot center center. I'll just create a center as a class name. So here I'll just say copyrights, copy RIGHTS right, and %COPY, and I'll just say here, I'll just give my website name www.coder.tech and all right reserved. I'll say something like all rights reserved, something like RESERVED reserved. Okay, so something like that. So now I'll just apply the CSS property for this particular footer section now. So now to apply the CSS property to it, so here once I come, sorry, I'll just come back over here. So I'll say here as a footer, I'll say here as a footer section. So inside my footer section, what I'll do here is I'll just say whatever the background color is there, make it to black color. Okay, just make it that thing to black, then color make it to white. Okay, so then what else, I'll just give the padding to it. So padding, I'll just set it to 9 pixel from the bottom top and 20 pixel from the x-axis. So once I'll just set, so if I come back to over here, you can see the copyright result has been coming over here. So this is how I can just create this particular website, and the particular what I can give margin from the bottom, I'll just set it to 0 pixel. From the bottom it should be taken as a 0 pixel over here. So once I save, so if I just right click and inspect, so you can see in the mobile it will be looking like this. Okay, so because of the image, it is just coming in this one fashion. So mobile it will be looking in this particular fashion. So you can see in the mobile it will be looking in this fashion, but what I need to do, in the mobile it is not a responsive one. So all the thing is fine, but the main thing is what, in the mobile I need to get the particular website into a very relevant manner. So what I need to do here is I need to set the particular property to it. I need to set the particular property. So like inside my mobile view, how it should get look. So that I need to give it now. So I'll just come back to this particular CSS file. So now I'll just create one more CSS. I'll just create one phone.css. So phone.css particular file. So for this one, I'll be loading this particular CSS from here. So from here I'll say whenever the particular width of the screen becomes this much, I want to do it what, I want to just do the particular I need to apply the phone CSS property to it. So else just take the main.css property itself. So let's come back to the index.html file. So here I have the link tag. So I'll say something like, I'll just apply one link here. So I'll say link of a CSS file. So it should load what, it should load me the particular, it should go to the ./css folder, and it should load phone.css. That means whatever the CSS property I will apply for the phone, it should get loaded here. So when it should load, I need to say here, I need to apply a media query to it. I'll say media query is equal to, so I'll apply the media query here. I'll say screen screen, whenever my screen and the particular max width. So I'll say screen, and so I need to give it here in the max width, max width. Whenever the max width becomes to 1170 pixels. So I have remembered, I'll just read it. So whenever the screen and the max width becomes to 1170 pixels, just apply this particular CSS property. So I'll say here as a background color. So I'll just make the body background. So let's just for the testing purpose, I'll just make the particular background color. So I'll just set it to the background color to something teal. So once I say come back here, so refresh. So now let me see whether it will be applied to it or not. So you can see the background color is changed to the particular screen. That means the CSS is loading that one. So now I need to give the particular CSS to it. So basically I'll just apply the CSS property for what now. So first I will be applying for the navbar, because my navbar is not getting loaded properly over here. You can see the navbar is getting overlapped inside my Galaxy 5. If I open the Galaxy X5 or a Moto, so you can see it has been in this particular fashion inside the Moto. So what else I can just give it here is, I can just say come back to the phone.css here. So inside my phone.css, I can just first apply the CSS property for the navbar. So I'll say the particular navbar section. First I'll just set the, I need to do what, I need to just set the particular CSS for the navbar. That is very simple one. So here what I'll say, first of all the navigation I'll say. So navigation. So first for the navigation, what I'll say, so inside my navigation, whatever the navbar is there, navbar is there. So first make the particular flex direction is there, right? I'll just make it to column. Okay, so I'll just set the particular flex direction to column. So you can see now it is coming in the column. You can see it has been set it to it, but it is loading it. So we'll set it all these things. So I'll just open in the responsive, and I'll just open for the iPhone 6 or 8 Plus. Okay, so it will be open for this one. So if I just open for the responsiveness, so I'll open this solely because it is taking full screen because of it. Okay, so now let's do it for this one. So you can see I have set it for the flex direction to column now. So once I do for the flex direction to column, so I need to apply some of the properties for the element, that is ul as well as li tag. I'll say li ul as well as li wherever there is a. I want to make little bit font size. I'll just want to reduce it. I want to reduce it for 0.7 rem. So then I'll just give the particular padding to it. So I'll just give the padding to 0 pixel, as well as I will just give only the 7 pixel as over there. So this should apply, and the padding bottom, so from the padding bottom, so I'll just say whatever the padding bottom is there, set it to what, 8 pixel over here. So set it to 8 pixel. So then I'll just set it to like this. So you can see all the thing is getting perfectly over here. So you can see it has been set it to in this particular fashion. The welcome to my cart is in, so this is will be set like this. So let's apply some more css property to it. So flex duration column, and the font size we have set it ul as well as for the a tag. So for the home section, so wherever there is a hashtag home section is there, so I need to apply the home section property to it. So I'll just see I have given for the home as well as a navbar. So I have given for the navbar only this one, and I'll just set it for the home direction now. So same I'll say here as a whatever the height is there, I'll just reduce it. I'll just say the height should be, make it as a 370 pixel over here. Then give the particular padding to it. I'll just say the particular padding 3 pixel, just make it as a 3 pixel as well as a 58 pixel. So just make it as this one. So once I save this one, so you can see the particular thing is being set it over here. You can see the header tag is being set over here. Now all is looking fine. So along with that, I'll just say hashtag home. So before I need to apply this particular property, I'll just say before 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 I need to apply the particular height to 4 I can just 450 pixel. Okay, I want to just set it the height to 450 pixel. So before it will be applying this particular property. So you can see it has been displaying in this particular fashion. So once it is done, I'll apply for the, I'll just reduce the size of the paragraph and header tag. I'll say where the home paragraph tag is there, right, I want to make the particular font size, I want to make it into 13 pixel. So once I make it to 13 pixel, so you can see it will be little bit reduced. Now all is looking perfectly over here. So you can see all the welcome to my cart is looking perfectly, and it is very responsive inside the mobile also. So now what I will do here is, so once it is been set it to here, so then I want to do it for the services section. So same thing, I'll just apply the services, whatever the flex direction is there, I'll just make it to column. So say wherever there is a services section, so what I need to do, I need to make the particular flex direction to column. So this is one thing CSS, and I want to reduce little bit size of the padding margin over here. So I'll say hashtag services. So I'll just say hashtag services dot box. So here I'll say padding. So whatever the padding is there, I want to make it to 34 pixel. So along with that, I'll just give the particular margin to it, margin margin. I'll just set it to 2 pixel. So I'll just set it to 2 pixel as well as a 0 pixel over here. So I'll just set it to 2 pixel as well as 0 pixel, and margin from the bottom I'll just make it to 20 pixel. So I can just set it like this. So if I see, now all the thing is looking perfectly over here. So you can see, so it has been looking perfect. So you can see all the stuff is looking perfectly over. If I just select, and if I just select it like this, if I just take hashtag home, if I just select the, if I just reduce little bit height of the home, so I'll just set it to 322 pixel. So if I just select it as a 322 pixel, okay, for the hashtag home. So hashtag home 322 pixel, because I don't want button should get outside. So you can see the button is inside now, and our services pages, and this particular thing is also been fine. You can see all the hovering is also happening even over here. Okay, so like this I can just, so now all is fine. So next I need to just search it for our products as well as a contact page. It is very much easy. So you can see not much more has been taken over there. So I'll set hashtag product is there, right? So PRO products. So for this particular hashtag products, so I'll just say the particular flex wrap, I want to wrap it. So images, I want to wrap it to wrap. So we have seen this wrap property. So you can see once I say it to, so it has been wrapping to this one. You can see all the CSS has been applied. So it has been wrapped over like this. Okay, the CSS has been wrapped. So then I can just set it for the images. So I'll say product images, right? So PROD products img, apply this particular width. I'll just say make the particular width to 70 pixel. I'll just make it very much short, and height I'll make it to auto. So okay, so once I make it like this, so you can see if I refresh, so you can see all it is coming into a single line. You can see it is coming very small, and it is looking very amazing over here. So then so once it has been done, once it has been done, the product is been done. So next what else I need to do, so we have applied for the product image. So I'll just apply for the contact box. What is the CSS we have given for it? So if I have given as a contact over here, the contact box, the id we have given as a contact box. So here I'll just say, here simply I'll just say whatever the contact box is there, so whatever the contact box form is there, I'll just set the particular width to it. That's it. I'll just set the particular width to 80%. That's all. So once I say, so if I refresh, so you can see the particular width is been set it to 80% over here. So like this we can be set. So you can see our website is looking perfectly even inside my mobile view as well as inside my desktop view. So you can see it has been looking the perfect image over here. So this is how we can just create our website very responsive manner, in a responsive manner. And so we have seen all like how to create a website and how to just see the inside the media query, how to just do it all the things perfectly. You can see in the mobile it will look something like this, and even inside my desktop view it is looking perfect. Okay, so I'll be seeing in my next project. Bye.